It's never been easy to be a journalist, but I would say in the last 10 years, in some ways it's become harder. I mean, social media in some ways makes it easier for reporters to do their jobs, right? We are connected in unprecedented ways. But the flip side is that it's very easy for people to attack us, to harass us, to try to intimidate and silence us.
The whole session is totally interactive, closer to me.
Almost no journalists are spared from online abuse nowadays, right? But the truth is that not everyone is targeted in the same ways or for the same reasons. So we know, for example, that women journalists, journalists who identify as religious or ethnic minorities, LGBTQ journalists are disproportionately attacked online, and they're often attacked for their identity. And the things that are said to them, the insults, the harassment, the abuse, is focused on how they look and who they are, not only on their reporting and the work that they do. Often people feel powerless, but actually there's a lot that people can do when they are experiencing online abuse. The first thing is to actually ask yourself if you've been made to feel unsafe. Sometimes abuse is actively threatening, right? Someone might threaten you or your family. They might suggest they know where you live. Those sorts of attacks you have to take very seriously, right? You may have to talk to your editor, your newsroom. You may have to speak to law enforcement if you feel safe and comfortable doing so, but you will have to turn to somebody to get help if you've been made to feel unsafe. But of course, there are many forms of online abuse that have nothing to do with threats or safety. They are more hurtful, harmful, hateful, and offensive, which is, of course, not always the same thing as being threatening. If you are experiencing any of those kinds of abuse, it's really important to actually document, right? So take screenshots, save evidence that had happened. If you report abuse to a social media platform and they remove it, you lose all your evidence that it ever happened. The other thing you can do is there are features built into every social media platform, blocking, muting, restricting, reporting, that you can use. They're all a bit different, but they all work, in different ways. I would say probably the most important thing is not to do it by yourself, There is an instinct when you face abuse in any context, online, offline, to isolate. And in fact, often the person who is abusing you, that's what they want. They want you to go quiet, not to talk to anyone. And so the best thing you can do is actually turn to other people, tell people what's happening to you. And finally, I would say it's really important for people to understand that online abuse has an enormous impact on your mental health. So it's easy to think that because something is online, it's somehow different from the physical world, from the real world, but it's not. All of our lives are online now. All of it is now the real world for us. I think many of us don't have strong boundaries between our personal online life and our professional online life, but it's actually very important to start creating those boundaries. So what I mean by that, for example, is if you use Twitter professionally, right? You're mostly using Twitter for work, then Twitter is not a good place to include private information about your spouse or your children or where you're going on vacation or where you live. If you use Instagram privately, right? You want to post photos of your baby or your dog, then that's totally fine, but make that account private, right? And don't use it for your professional purposes. And the last thing I would say is not about technical solutions, it's actually about human solutions. I mentioned how important it is to turn to people for help when you're facing online abuse. But in order to be able to turn to people when something bad is happening, you need to have those communities in place before it happens. And so I always tell people to have two groups of people. One is I call a rapid response team. If you have an emergency, it's the people you know the best and you trust the most. So something like a WhatsApp group with your most trusted contacts, and you can go to them if there's an emergency. But the other is all of the people who follow you as a journalist online, your audiences, your readers, your friends, your followers, right? All of those people can help you if you need help, but you have to tell them that something is wrong in order for them to know that they can come to your aid. So setting up those communities in advance before you're under attack can be really helpful. All journalists have to remember that online abuse deliberately is made to feel like a personal attack against you, but it's actually an attack against the institution of the press. And because you are doing your job as a journalist, trying to, hold power to account, to expose things that maybe people would rather left unseen, there are going to be powerful forces. They might be governments, they might be organized crime, they might be interest groups of different kinds that will try to find any way they can to suppress your voice, to silence you, and to frighten you. And so if you're experiencing online abuse, it isn't because you did something wrong. It's not your fault. And remember, you're not the only person who's experiencing this. This is happening to reporters, unfortunately, all over the world right now, and you're not in it by yourself.